Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. This is Salon's blog. A very good afternoon to you wherever you are on the globe, especially on the continent of Africa, in Europe and in America, Canada, Australia, wherever you are. Right here in Southeast Asia, we are already in the evening, and it is after 10 minutes to 9 p.m. here in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, well, welcome to this very special edition. It is special because we have so much to talk about, not just about Chelsea, maybe one or two from Manchester United, and maybe Man City. Yes, just stay with me and I will take you through in the next 10-12 minutes. I will not take much of your time. I understand it is very hot out there in Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, we are starting on a referee. Anthony Taylor will act as a fourth official twice this weekend rather than a referee. Yes, rather than a referee, or rather than refereeing a fixture. Whichever you want to take it. Premier League are investigating social media targeting of Taylor since Saturday's record-breaking match between Chelsea and Bournemouth, including threats towards him and his family. Listen, I will not say he deserves to be threatened. No, I'm not the violent type. But the fact remains that Anthony Taylor, in a single game, 9 yellow cards. That's a 9 yellow card? No, 9 is only for Chelsea. 15 yellow cards in the whole entire game. 15 yellow cards. 9 for Chelsea out of 11 players. Just imagine. Total of 15 yellow cards from a ref. Anthony Taylor. Chelsea, Bournemouth. No, come on. Let's think about it carefully. How? I just can't wrap my mind around it. 15 yellow cards in the space of 90 minutes or 93 minutes. 15 yellow cards. You know, as a football player, once you're on a yellow card, you become more cautious. You don't want to take a red. And so you can just imagine how the players begin to feel. They cannot play their normal game any longer. Where they need to tackle, they cannot tackle. Meanwhile, football is a contact game. Now, he's been threatened. And so, the Premier League, they are not even suspending him. What surprised me is that Chelsea is going to pay £25,000. Bournemouth is going to pay £25,000 as a fine, right? So, it means that the ref was perfectly okay. He has done nothing wrong by issuing 15 yellow cards in a single game. Record-breaking cards in a single game. Now that his life is being threatened, he said, oh, okay. 2 games, you're not going to be a ref. You'd rather be an assistant. Yes, Taylor will act as a fourth official on the touchline. Not even on the line, as a linesman. He'll be a fourth official using a board. You want to make a change. For 2 games. Well, so long as it's Chelsea, nobody will talk about it. As long as it's about Chelsea, the Premier League, they are okay with it. Oh yes. We know the favorite teams in England. We know. If it's Manchester United, nobody will talk about it. If it's Man City, nobody will talk about it. I mean, if it's Liverpool, oh yes. But as long as it's Chelsea, it doesn't matter. Chelsea can be relegated. We are waiting to see what is going to happen to Manchester City. 115 charges. We are waiting. Our eyes are open. We would love to see what will happen at the end of the day. With the fact finding, with the trial that started yesterday. 115 charges. You can imagine if it were Chelsea with just 5 charges. You can just imagine it. If it were to be Chelsea with just 5 charges. Now it's Manchester City. 115 charges. We wait to see. Dear friends, our next game is against West Ham. Chelsea, West Ham. And I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad the referee that is going to be in charge of our game. The center referee is going to be Sam Barrett. Sam Barrett, you know him, he's a very calm referee. For me personally, I appreciate his job, his style of refereeing games. He's the kind of referee that can talk to players. He's calm on the game. He doesn't just issue cards anyhow. Sam Barrett will be the referee at the center of the field, and he'll be assisted by Libet and Wade Smith. Yeah, they'll be the linesmen. Libet and Wade Smith will be the linesmen. The fourth official will be Craig Paulson. In a VAR room will be controlled by Stuart Atwell. And assistant VAR is Ian Hossin. So at least our next game against West Ham, it's also away game. Oh yes, it is an away game. My homeboy Kudus. I wish Kudus could win, but no, not against Chelsea. Kudus can look for other games and win against them. Not against Chelsea. Mohamed Kudus, not against Chelsea. No. Even though I'm wishing you well in that game, but no, maybe you shine, but our defenders will work on you. Yes. Referee Sam Barrett to be in charge of that game against West Ham coming weekend. But ladies and gentlemen, you see, Reece James suffered a delay in his return for training or for first team training. Now, most of us who were thinking maybe he actually aggravated his injury. But the latest news we are receiving from insiders, they insist that there has been no setback of fresh new injury to the affected muscle for Reece James. Simply that the area concerned has not recovered as quickly as they would like it. And that is why they are still holding on. They want the situation to be finally resolved once and for all. So there's no fresh or setback in Reece James' injury situation. There is nothing like that. Rather, the healing process is taking a bit of time. Look, I'm one of those that are of the view. I am actually concerned about it. And I suggested that it's better Chelsea we sell Reece James. Because this issue prolonged for far too long. Last season, the entire last season, how many games did Reece James play? Yet he's on a huge wage. You can tell me that, right back positions, how many, where do we get players from? I mean, where do we get a player of Reece James' caliber now in any league, be it in a Bundesliga, La Liga, or even Italy? Can we get a player of his caliber for that right back position? After all, we have Malo Gusto there. He is a backup and he's been doing great. Yeah. And we have players now that can play multiple positions. They might not be as good as Reece James, but you can imagine Reece James will play one game, 2 games. Even the first and second game, we are managing him. First half, the second half, he's not coming back. Or he comes in as a substitute. Second half, we don't see. First half, we don't see him. Then the third game, he's back to the medical room. The third game, he is back to the medical room. I mean, how do we keep such a player? Real Madrid, we understand they want him. Why don't we sell him to Real Madrid, £45 million, and make cash out of it? He is an English bred, Cobham bred, Chelsea, true Chelsea, blue, true blue. Yes, we understand, true blues. We know. But instead of us to continually nursing an injury of a player that is not beneficial, yet he's on a heavy wage, my personal suggestion, though, I know you will come after me, and I'm ready for that. Come out and let's battle it together. Dear friends, it is what it is. It is what it is. This afternoon, I will not take you far. Quickly. Now, Nicola Jackson, my boy. Oh yes, he is still my boy. Nicola Jackson speaking to Chelsea FC, Chelsea media. He said a lot of things. I didn't want to go into it because I know most of you guys will come after me if I should go into it. I know. But, you see, I just want to make a point very clear here, right now, on Jackson. On one of the statements that he did. He said, against Brentford, last season, they were booing me. Jackson speaking. He said, against Brentford last season, they were booing me. Who was booing Jackson last season? It was Chelsea fans at the stadium. He said, they were booing me. But guess what? He said, I love the boos. I scored like 2 minutes after. Oh yes, he said he scored like 2 minutes after. When Chelsea fans were booing him, he said he loved it. And he scored like 2 minutes after. You know what, guys? When somebody says, I have a crocodile skin, what does that mean? It means that say whatever you want to say. Do whatever you want to say. I am a professional. I will do what I'm supposed to do if I have the opportunity. That is what he's doing. And I want to believe that you'll be stronger mentally. It takes strong mentality to deliver for a club like Chelsea. Oh yes. Thank God. A few days ago, a few months ago, I heard him when he said, Poch told him, all you need to do is to prove to the fans you are capable. Don't listen to the booing or the comments or social media, No, focus. Don't let the fans, their booing enter you and eat you deep. And he did exactly so. He said a lot of things in that interview. I don't want to come up with it. Maybe in the next episode I might come up with some of them again. But I'm happy that he said he loved the boos. No, continue to criticize him. He's up for it. That is my boy. He's growing big. Nicholas Jackson, he is growing big. Dear friends, all right, quickly. I know you will come after me and I'm ready for you as well. I know. Hey, Victor Osimhen scored another goal for Gallargher. You guys, Victor will be in Chelsea by January. I want to hope so. All right, quickly. You see, it's a pure comedy to hear people say we finally have a manager that's not scared to use his bench. Oh yes, it is. It's a comedy. Personally, it's a comedy to me. To hear people, Chelsea fans, say, oh, we finally have a manager that's not scared to use his bench and make quick substitutions because we brought in a substitute that caused a change and gave us a win, right? With Bournemouth. Oh, yes. I'm seeing all in social media. I'm hearing some of your comments. I see, I compare our bench against Bournemouth to this from last season. Last season, our bench against the same Bournemouth and burst out laughing. Oh, yes. When I compare our bench against Bournemouth on Saturday night and the same Bournemouth last season, oh my goodness. It's like just to burst into laughter. Now, take a look at the list on your screen right now. Those were the players we had on our bench against Bournemouth last season. Who gets the Bournemouth winner from this crop of players on your screen right now? Who? Which coach gets the win against Bournemouth in their home with the crop of players you are seeing on your screen right now? Tell me. This is an open discussion. Now, Chelsea have players on the bench that can cause havoc anytime they are called on. Our bench right now is one of the richest bench in the Premier League. You see, what made Manchester City the best in the world is not the first 11 alone. It is for the player that comes from the bench and makes the difference. And that is exactly where Chelsea is getting to. We might not be able to win the Premier League this season, but trust me, if our coach is very good, oh yeah, right now I cannot bet on Maresca. No. Now I cannot bet on him. We have the men, we have the players, but I cannot bet on our coach. I will not try to bet on our coach right now. I'm not saying he's not good, but I'm saying I cannot bet on him to take us to the promised land. If he does so, glory be to God, I will celebrate. I'll be one of the first to praise him. But right now, I need you to understand that the players we have on our bench, look at our attacking options. We have about 8 players as our attacking options, and they are all world class. Well, quickly, before I let you go. Now you have seen it on your screen right there by yourself. Before I let you go. Maybe one or two from some other news items. La Liga president Javier Tebas, he loved to speak. La Liga president, that's Spanish Football Association president. He loved to speak. He spoke extensively regarding the sale of Gallargher to Atletico Madrid and Felix to Chelsea. And this is what he said. We have reviewed the valuation of the operation between Felix and Gallargher, and I will leave it at that. You better leave it. He said, we have reviewed the valuation of the operation between Felix and Gallargher, and I will leave it at that. He said, but there are many transfers within English football involving player exchanges where there are many numbers. There are many numbers made to fix balances and books. There are many numbers made to fix balances and books. If you're a smart guy, you should understand what he's trying to drive at. Chelsea sold Gallargher to Atletico Madrid to fix balances and books. And we received Felix. Atletico Madrid, he did. Felix did not fit into their system. They gave him to us. It was more like an exchange because we just want to balance the books. It is what it is, dear friends. Quickly, some shout out before I let you go tonight, this afternoon. I might be back again later in the night, but it is your hot afternoon lunch hour. Quickly, Gallargher also scored during the weekend. Reece is still our captain. I think we should manage him when he is fit. And Estaval should stop assisting and scoring. You, this guy, you put up so many. Listen, the first one is that Gallargher also scored. Yes, Gallargher scored for Atletico Madrid. Then he said, Reece is still our captain. I know, Reece James is still our captain. So we should manage him. Okay, then he'll just be receiving the money, right? No problem. Estaval should stop assisting and scoring. Estaval, our own player playing with Palmeiras. This morning special episode, I made mention of Estaval, the 17-year-old that we bought from Palmeiras in Brazil. We loaned him again to them. We bought a player, we loaned him again to them. And part of the agreement, there's a clause inserted. There's a clause that any goal that Estaval will score for Palmeiras, Chelsea will still have to pay a bonus. It's like, he is our player. We loan him to you. And if he helps you to win a match, we still must pay you extra. That is how it is. And so, my good friend here, your name is what? You've not given me your name. Perpetual Alta. Perpetual Alta. It says, Estaval should stop scoring the goals for them. And he should stop giving the assist. So that Chelsea will stop paying extra money to them. That's exactly what I also said earlier. Chelsea and the bad deals. We bought next summer. He's coming to Chelsea anyway. All right. The next one says, I still love Reece James. I don't want him to leave. I think when he comes fit, they should manage his training and playing time. And on Estaval, he should score. He should stop scoring. From David from Ghana. Big shout out to you, David from Ghana, and Perpetual Ata from Ghana. Big shout out to you guys all out there. This one says, very long one, full page. He said, I can understand the predicament of Chelsea signing such a contract for Brazilian Estaval. If they refuse, it couldn't have been possible to sign him. Yes, it's true. Considering the fact that the player's first choice has always been Barcelona. Reece James' injury situation is pathetic to think about. This recent injury of his was not in match but during training in his suspension period, thereby meaning it could still have happened during matches, indicating his football career is coming to an end, to an unexpected end. We are all sorry for him. The club still have to move on without him. like it has always been with other footballers. The club will have to move on. I remember my own homeboy, Michael Essien. Essien's career became tainted due to injury situations. Oh yes. We always saw the level Essien was getting to. Many still believe that Essien is not a Chelsea maestro or Chelsea legend, but he is. He is. If you check the records carefully, he is. Now, what happened to him was all about injury. Even when Real Madrid took him on loan, Jose Mourinho came for him to on loan. Jose loved him because that's why he took him Real Madrid, and he performed perfectly well for that season. But after that, he came back to Chelsea and aggravated the injury again. That is what's happened to Reece James. It's just like at his age, 24 years or 25, if care is not taken, his career might just end abruptly. Dear friends, quickly. This one says, good day to you, Mr. Seller. My name is Odunayo Ojo. The same Ayo, all right, from Lagos, Nigeria. On Reece James, it's unfortunate that he is in this mess he does not wish for. As for me, I would advise that they cash on him now before his market value drops, because I do not see him stay fit for long without going on injury. Case in point, Diego Costa, when he had unrepentant injury, oh really, this kind of English, unrepentant English. I didn't know there's something called unrepentant injury. Unrepentant injury. Yeah, yes, I'm seeing things here, really. That almost ruined his career. On Estaval, Chelsea wanted to get him at all costs because they saw that potential in him. That is why they signed that agreement with Palmeiras. But he should please lower the goals. All Chelsea fans are begging Estaval now to reduce the goals that he's scoring. Brother, I agree with you also. The guy is scoring goals anyhow. And each goal, Chelsea will have to pay. You are a player and each goal you score, we still need to pay. This guy, otherwise, if you come to Chelsea, we'll not be giving winning bonuses. So take your time, my friend. Big shout out to you, Odunayo Ajo, the same as Ayo from Lagos, Nigeria. All right. Albert Corey, right? Say, as a fan of Chelsea, I am tired of Reece James' injury issue. He should work hard on his fitness, or else he should sell out. Okay, he should be sold out. Albert from Takoradi, Ghana. Big shout out to you out there, Albert from Takoradi, Ghana. All right. I'm tired, man. Guys, this one's from my good friend Fabian Bright. It says, I am with you about our right back James. If the injury cannot fix, let Chelsea Football Club get rid of him. I still remain one and only your brother from another mother, Fabian Bright, aka Chelsea legend from Nigeria, Delta State. Big shout out to you, Fabian Bright, aka Chelsea legend from Nigeria, Delta State. The next one says, the problem we have as Chelsea club is we refuse to get a better striker, which is affecting us now. And if Kai is not taken, that is how it will spoil the season for us. Chelsea's squad are very good. Chelsea's squad are very good and full of talent. But the only problem we have is top-notch striker to make the load easier. Akinlabi Peter from Lagos in Nigeria. Big shout out to you, Akinlabi Peter from Lagos, Nigeria. Your point is very well made. We need a striker indeed. This one says, thanks God, good news. Thanks God, good news from Ibrahim Shola. Ibrahim Shola, big shout out to you wherever you are. All right, the last three. Yes, he said, this one said, you can see the way all the striker that we don't try to get, we don't have them. You see the way they are scoring goals over the weekend. What about our own striker misses a lot of chances? I said it before that we really have a problem of a striker. If anything that FC Chelsea would do, let them make it and get us a striker about. Finally, that's not a striker. Your point is well understood. Indubisi Ike, I hope I'm correct with the name right there. I'm seeing it from your email. Indubisi I believe. Big shout out to you out there in the BC. Sadiq Adeleke Sadiq, my man, he says that if we jet Madueke and Jackson so far, with the matches already played this season, both of them should be on a bench. I suggest coach should remove both from first team until they change their selfish attitude. Big shout out to you out there, Sadiq Adeleke Sadiq. And the same from Sadiq, he said, first to comment. Oh, you are the first to comment on my last video, right? Guys, I'll see you all when you see me in the next one. Shalom and peace.